Aleksander Sielski was a Polish noble. He bore the Lubicz coat of arms, envoy to the king, Castellan of Gniezno and Łęczyca and Chamberlain of Poznań, and 74th Marshal of Sejm in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Early life. Born 1610 plus or minus, came from a rather wealthy family settled in Greater Poland, of good standing in the provinces of Łęczyca and Sieradz, was related to the Leszczyński family, having a great influence in the late 1640s. Career. As a young man he served in a Cossack regiment as a Taurus. He participated in battles against the Swedes. Under the command of Hetman Stanislaw Konieczny he took part in the suppression of the Taras Fyodorowicz Cossack uprising in 1630–1631, was a veteran of many military expeditions, including campaigns against Moscow and the Swedes. He was a bearer of the Lubicz coat of arms. In 1648 he was Chamberlain of Poznań. From the 20th of February 1659 to 18 August 1681 he was Castellan of Gniezno. From 1655 to 1659 he was Castellan of Łęczyca. For the 23rd of July the 17th of August 1652 he was 74th Marshal of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. This term was cut short, incidentally ending 4 days before the wedding of Hetman Bohdan Khmelnytsky's son Timofey Khmelnytsky to Ruxandra Lupa, the daughter of Basil Lupa, Prince of Moldova. He was part of Obrony Zaloche Wolnosy movement that opposed the war plans of the deceased King Vladislav IV Vasa. Sielski supported equal rights for all subjects of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, including Cossacks. During the Khmelnytsky uprising he was one of the most prominent members of the negotiations. The same resolution of the 22nd of July 1648 shows Aleksander Sielski, Adam Kiziel, Franciszek Dąbrowski and Teodor Obaszowicz to negotiate with Bohdan Khmelnytsky. The negotiations ended in failure in February 1649. The Deluge. Aleksander Sielski fought in the Second Northern War, part of a series of wars known as the Deluge. During the Swedish invasion Sielski remained faithful to King John II Casimir. At the end of September Sielski came to Nowy Sącz, where on the 30th of September 1655 participated in the Council of the Senate at the King's side, accompanied by King John II Casimir on the way to Głogowec, where the procession arrived on the 17th of October. Sielski took part in the Council of the Senate with the participation of the King in Krosno, continued in Lankid in January 1656. Sielski was among the first senators to sign, with representatives of the army, an act to confederate the states of the Crown to launch an offensive against the Swedes in order to save Poland. At the end of January Sielski, together with Stanislaw Witowski, was sent to help Stefan Czarniecki, the organizing winter expedition in Sandomierz and Lublin, with the task to create and mobilize armies of the Polish nobility with which to fight the Swedes. In February Sielski fought in the Battle of Golab. In March Sielski rendezvoused with the king in Lviv, and then accompanied him in a march to Warsaw, where he witnessed the surrender of Swedish Field Marshal Arvid Wittenberg. Arvid was imprisoned in Zamość, where he later died in 1657. Sielski held the position of administrator of the treasury, tasked with raising funds to reorganize and pay the Crown's army during the Battle of Warsaw. In Warsaw Sielski was accompanied by the Queen, and then together with the court he went to Lublin. In August 1657 Sielski went as a representative of the king to accept the surrender of the Swedes. The act of surrender was signed by Swedish General Paul Wirtz in a camp near Kraków, and in September Sielski filed the signature on the ratification of the Treaty of Roskilde with Denmark. Sielski participated in Parliament as a deputy to the court treasury in Radom and Rawód.